I take a legal turn now and focus with Peter Johnson Jr. Peter, let me ask you this, and thanks for being here right now. As we see these looters, these rioters, what form of prosecution will they ever face, if indeed they ever would?
Well, based upon what we've seen in terms of the leadership of that city, I don't expect a whole lot. When the mayor says that they need to give space to people to destroy property, when the local congressman talks about things being not as bad as they could be, there's not a lot of expectation that there will be robust prosecutions, but of course there has to be. And so maybe the feds will step in place of the local authorities, as we see the hope in so many other communities, and act against these rioters. The problem is, and we've heard it time and time again, is that there's a vacuum. Now we understand that gangs, the Crips, the Bloods, other gangs are massing together in a conspiracy to kill police officers, not only in Baltimore, but across the country. Now, why does that occur? That occurs in a vacuum of leadership. When there's no leadership, the people on the margins, the racial profiteers, and the people who want to cause murder and mayhem fill the void, fill the vacuum of common sense and decency and the ideals that befit America. So I say, and we've heard this time and time again, and I hate saying it because it's painful, the president has failed over these many years. He talked in December with BET about bringing folks together and about race relations. Race relations in this country are worse today than they were when he became president. We watched it on Fox last night. We saw an intensity and an anger, and I understand that intensity and anger, because if you're living in a poor neighborhood, if you're living without hope to some extent, there is that kind of anger. But where are the jobs? Why hasn't the president acted? Anger does not justify violence, but we've got a severe problem in this country that's not been met by the leadership.
We do, and that void that you mentioned is there. Loretta Lynch has a task at hand, a lot in front of her right now. Peter Johnson Jr.,
Big task for all of us.